boys and girls. It's Miss S here today, and today I have a fun, short Halloween read aloud. Today, the book that we are going to read has a lot of different characters, and those characters dress up in costumes. We have been talking about costumes, and costumes are what people wear around Halloween when they want to dress up as someone else. So, if Miss S wanted to be a shark, she would put on a costume. So we are going to listen to the story, and then at the end, we're going to come back and talk about some of the characters that we saw in our book. So I hope that you enjoy our story today, Halloween at the Zoo. We're going to listen for the characters. We want to listen for the setting, where the story takes place. And remember, in every story, in every movie, in every TV show, there is always a problem, dun, 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 something that goes wrong. And then by the end of the story, there is always a solution, how the story, TV show, or movie is solved, how everything comes back together and how that problem is solved. So listen, we'll come back, and again, today we're focusing on the characters, what costumes they were wearing, the setting, where the story takes place, and the problem and the solution. Here we go.
Halloween at the Zoo. It's Halloween at the zoo. The elephants are ready. The hippos and tigers are too. The flamingos look spooky. The kangaroo needs her crew. The gorilla and monkeys dress alike. And the zebras give all their friends a fright. Trick-or-treating at the zoo gives them a chance to say boo. Happy Halloween!
So that was Halloween at the zoo. Look at these costumes and animals here. What kind of animals did we see? What were and who were the characters in the story? Think about it. Who are the characters? All right, who are our characters? Remember, our characters are people or animals or things. things in a story? Who are our characters? What kinds of animals and costumes did you see? Great. So we went through a list of characters. This is always important. When you read, you need to be thinking, who are the characters? So later on the week, when we do a fun Halloween writing, these are some examples of characters or people that might be in a story. There might be a skeleton. Oh, the skeleton is doing the dab. There might be a witch. A witch. A scarecrow. A three-eyed monster. Ooh, and a pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern. Salvatore turned into a pumpkin. These are all characters, okay? Characters that might be in a Halloween story. The next important thing we want to think about in everything that we read is the setting. The setting is where the story takes place. So let's take a look at some settings or places that might be in some Halloween stories. A dark cave. A dark forest, right at night. Ooh, a haunted house. A graveyard, or this is another, in the woods at nighttime. Those are all settings. Where did our story take place? Where was the setting of this story? I'm gonna let you call it out in 3, 2, 1. If you said the zoo, you are correct. Very good. So there is always a setting, and we need to be asking ourselves, what is the setting? Where does the story take place? The last thing, that I want you to think about in everything that you read, you watch on TV, even when you play a video game, there is always a problem, right? A problem. Dun, dun, dun. Miss Salvatore falls and I hit my leg, or I have a cut, or I got a bad grade on a test. These are all problems, okay? Some problems maybe in a Halloween story could be, she's scared. She's scared. This one, she doesn't like the dark. She can't sleep. She can't sleep. She got lost. Okay, those are all some some problems. We all have problems that we read about, we watch about, but at the end of every story, even when we read Spookly the other day, there is always what we call a solution, how that problem is solved. If Miss Salvatore falls and I hurt my arm, I probably will go to the doctor and they will either fix it or put my arm in a cast so it's okay. That's how we solve the problem. If I get a bad grade, I will make sure I really read and study so that I practice and don't get a bad grade. So a solution fixes the problem. So as we read this story, you were able to tell me about some characters that you heard about. You were able to tell me where the story took place, that is the setting. And there is always a problem and a solution. Okay, so please remember these story elements, that's what we call them, or our 5 W's, are who, what, where, when, why, and sometimes how. They are in every story, and Miss Salvatore and your teachers are going to be asking you to identify or find these story elements so that we know you understand the story. So I hope you enjoyed that story today. It was a fun read aloud. And again, all of these story elements are so important. Okay, they're so important. So we will be doing a special writing later on this week, and remember your different story elements. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all later.